So yes, good afternoon all. Essay paper is completely philosophical based essay paper, which we have to come to this conclusion. I will show how the model answer should be there, what should be the points which you should add to this particular philosophical essays, and how we have to understand. And we also made the essay key points. It will be provided in the form of PDF also in the description. After 15 minutes you can click the link and you can get the description as well. So the first question is, which is with respect to truth knows no color. Truth knows no color, which means we can understand it. Truth knows no color means truth is fact, truth is reality, truth is original, which doesn't see rich, poor, it doesn't see negroid, caucasoid, white man, poor, black man, or female, male. So here in this context, color means the truth doesn't discriminate. The truth doesn't treat with inequality. The truth does not discriminate based upon the race, caste, religion, creed, gender, anything. So here the emphasis should be on truth, that you understand, that you can easily understand through this particular point called as truth knows no color. This is first thing which was been asked. Here if it is visible, truth knows no color. Second, the supreme art of war. It was been told by Zunzi, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. So without fighting, without war, how we are going to subdue the war? Means how we are going to lessen the war? Without using weapons, without using force, without using any arms and ammunition, how we can lessen the war? How we can avoid the war? This was been told by a Chinese scholar. So this was been asked. Why? Because this is I thought that there will be an essay on war. Why? Because we know Operation Sindoor. So there might be an essay on war. So very beautiful question was been asked. So yes, we can avoid war diplomatically, politically, socially, economically, ethically. So many dimensions are there how we can stop the war without any force is the second question. Third, thought finds a world and creates one also. Thought is most important. Today we have a bulb because of a thought. Today we have radium because we have a thought. Today we have vehicles, we have a thought. Today we have electricity because we have a thought. So how thought is responsible to envision the world, how thought is responsible for creation of one is a third question. Means here the emphasis is more on what? Thought, vichar, alochana. So what type of vichar we have, what type of vichar bhav we will be dealing, what type of vichar bhav we have, what type of thought process we have, what type of thinking we have. Why? Because everything is because of thought. So thought, according to our thought process, we will see the world. For example, I notice few students who are subjected to some bad experiences. Like for example, everywhere they go, everywhere if someone is asking for money, someone is asking for money, everywhere he experience a commercial type of setup. Then obviously that particular man's mindset will become that the world is commercial. He will see everything from the commercial setup. His world view will be commercial setup. Or another person is there who is having a good attitude, who is ethically strong, who believes in truth. This particular person sees the world from the truth point of view. He will be seeing the world from a ethics point of view. So like this we have to understand. So what is the importance of thought? On that we will be discussing. Next, best lessons are learned through bitter experiences, 100%. What are the lessons we learned through bitter experiences? World freedom fight, independence movement or World War I, World War II. Now why we are not going to World War III? We are not going to World War III. Why? Because we have the bitter experiences of World War I, World War II. Why today we have so much of regulations on industries? Why? Because we have bitter experience of Bhopal gas tragedy. So how these bitter experiences are making us to have a very, very good world, or how these bitter experiences are making us to lead a very good life. So this is the 4 essays. So if you notice, the first essay, the key is truth. The second essay, the key is war. The third key is thought. And the fourth key is experiences. If you see, we have to understand the keywords. People will believe, generally people will believe that philosophical essay we cannot attempt, whereas standard essays we can attempt. But I believe that philosophical essays itself is easy. Why? Because there will be a key point. There will be a center point. The essay will circle around the center point. For example, the essay is circling around truth. When you have a content with respect to writing with respect to truth, reality, fact, then you can write a very good essay on the same. War. Yes, it's not that war. Everyone will tell that. We can avoid war without doing war. For example, what? Nuclear deterrence. Why we are worried about Pakistan? Yes, India is worried about Pakistan. India is worried about Pakistan. Why? Because they have nuclear weapon. Why United States of America is worried on India? United States of America is worried on India. China is also worried on India. Why? Because we have nuclear weapon. So this nuclear weapon is acting like what? Deterrence. The nuclear weapon is acting like what? Deterrence. I am showing my nuclear weapon. I am avoiding the war. That is the reason we have the policy called as NFU, no first use. We are not going to use our nuclear weapon for the first time. We will use when you use on me. So whether without any war, whether I am able to control the war by showing nuclear weapon. So a deterrence. So it's rotating around what? War. Thought process. Yes, everything is a thought process. When people by heart, when people will just read, they won't understand what is the nuances of the topic. But once you stop there and once you think, once you open your mind, and when you think from various dimensions, social, political, economical, cultural, and various dimensions, then you will understand, oh, this is the essence of the concept, this is the essence of the statement, for which what is most important? Thought is most important. So third topic is about thought and fourth is experiences. We will go for section B. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. See, muddy water, when we go and stamp, and that mud will come onto our legs. When we try to remove it, completely our complete body will come with the muddy. If we wait for some time, let it dry up. Let me wait for some time, let it be like this for some time. Then what? Eventually the muddiness will reduce. So this is giving importance to what? Patience. This essay is rotating around what? Patience. That is the reason the big people or not big people, elders will tell that give some time. For example, I will tell you, any case goes to the court for divorce. Any case goes to the case for divorce when the court accepts the case of divorce. Immediately they will tell that we will have a hearing after 6 months. We will have a hearing after 6 months. Why, sir? Why? Because court know that they are in a hurry. In hurry, the people will make wrong decisions. So the court knows this. And the court tells that 100% I am going to take your case, but you come for hearing after 6 months. So what will happen? Within the 6 months, there is a higher chance that they might understand each other. If the court doesn't give the 6 months of time between the husband and wife, then what will happen? If the court doesn't give the time of 6 months between husband and wife, hey, you want divorce, now chalo, take it. How many people you want divorce? Means the biggest decision of divorce will happen in a hurry manner. If we give time, if we give a thought process, then we can avoid this distance called as divorce. So the question is about having patience. The years teach much, which the days never know. This is also the years, the weight, the distance, the time. So the important here is time. It is best to see life as a journey, not as a destination. Life is a process. Life is a journey. If you become an IAS officer, if you become any government job holder, 100% your journey has been not completed. Still you are in the process. Now you will be searching for your transfers. Now you will be searching for your postings. Now you will be searching. So it's a journey. So how many people are looking it as a journey? It is not a destination. So here the main point, the key word is what? Process. Containment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. For every 2 years this question is been asked, only the statement is changed. It is nothing but what? Satisfaction. And the most important part is what? Satisfaction. If you see now, the same philosophical essays, if you notice carefully, it is rotating around what? Truth. It is rotating around what? War. It is rotating around what? Thought. It is rotating around what? Experiences. It is rotating around what? Patience. It is rotating around what? Time. It is rotating around a process. It is rotating around satisfaction. So these are the most important keywords for everyone's life. In my life, I will take my life. In my life, I required satisfaction. If I want to grow big, compulsory I have to love the process. If I want to become more growth oriented, then compulsory I have to wait a time. I cannot get, you will not become IAS tomorrow. There is a need for time. And for that what you need to have? Patience. And experiences are most important. And thought process, for everything what is required, thought process is required. And what is the ultimate thing? Truth is the ultimate. Satyameva jayate. And war. If you notice this, war is current affair. So philosophical essays are nothing. I am not telling they are easy. But once you capture it, if you have 20 keywords in your pocket, it can be truth, it can be experience, it can be patience, it can be knowledgeable, it can be wisdom, it can be thought process, giving importance to thought. So your essay has been completed. So one by one we will be discussing now. The first essay, section A, truth knows no color. How we have to write the essay for this? Truth knows no color. For example, truth is universal. For you, for me. Truth is different, or for you and for me the truth is same. Truth is same. Sun rises in the east. Truth is unchangeable. Truth is the reality. Truth is the fact. Truth will not be subjected to change. Truth in any condition it is the same. So when I am writing it, in the opening paragraph itself, I will decode this and I will tell that truth is universal, which is mentioned in our Indian ancient scriptures, Satyameva Jayate. Then I will mention about Satyameva Jayate, then I will go for Gandhi Satyagraha. He told that let the British people beat us, but we be truthful to ourselves. We will go on non-violence way. Why? Because non-violence, ahimsa is what? The reality. We will go on non-violence way. Why? Because it is the truth. Non-violence is the truth. For which what we adopted in our Indian national movement? We adopted Satyagraha, in which we are giving importance to what? Satya. Means what? Truth. What is truth? Ahimsa is the truth. Plato's idea, Plato also told, philosophical point of view, Plato told that truth is not just a truth, truth is something more than the world, which is called as eternal truth. The truth cannot be subjected to change, the truth cannot be altered, the truth cannot be changed by any circumstances, the truth cannot be changed by any conditions. The truth is same for rich, poor. Truth is same for black, white. Truth is same for upper caste, lower caste. Truth is eternal truth. So first, when you are writing, in the first two paragraphs, you have to give a clear description of what is truth. Then where it is mentioned, where the words called as truth were being mentioned, the truth was being mentioned in Satyameva Jayate, in one of the Upanishads. Rigveda also, Ekamsat. Truth is same, but the versions are different. The truth is same, the truth is universal, but the versions are same. Means what? In the first two paragraphs of introductory paragraphs, you have to explain about the clear understanding of truth. Acha, truth is this. It is mentioned here. Truth is eternal. Truth will not discriminate. Truth will not make someone superior. Truth will not make someone inferior. Truth is a balancing agent. Truth is a balancing agent. Truth is a universal thing, which is same for everyone. So that understanding you have to write about the truth. Then when you go into the body, philosophical point of view. Philosophical point of view. What is philosophical point of view? What is ethical point of view, social point of view, political point of view, historical point of view, economical point of view, environmental point of view, technological point of view, international point of view. For example, I will tell you, international point of view. All the countries accepted Operation Sindoor. Why? Because it is the truth. Why? Because India told we are not on war with Pakistan, we are on war with terrorism. So I went into the Pakistan, I destroyed the terrorist camps and we came back. Whether we did any mistake, whether we are against truth, no, we are following the truth. We never want to fight with Pakistan and we will not war with Pakistan also. It might be the demand of our Indian citizens also, we didn't went on war with Pakistan. Why? Because our intention is not to fight with them. Our intention is to kill those people who are untrue. Who are untrue. So hence we destroyed the terrorist camps and came. International organizations, every country including United States of America, China, Pakistan also accepted it. Why? Because we followed the path of truth. Technologically, yes, we need to emphasize on technology. Why? Because in technology, for example, e-governance. When you are submitting for pension, when you are submitting for nowadays cases are coming up like OBC, non-creamy layer certificate or economically weaker section cases are coming up. Some people are getting duplicate or fake certificates. If you depend on technology, what will happen? Technology very clearly asks, these are the certificates you need to submit. If you submit all the certificates, you will get the certificate. Then the technology will check it. Why? Because technology will not discriminate, yes or no? Technology will not discriminate. Technology will not see whether he is rich or poor. Technology will not see whether he is white man or black man. Technology will not see whether he is male or female. So truth can be emphasized more by what? Technology. Example what? E-governance. Environmental factors. Truth is nothing but environment. When you protect environment, that means you are protecting the nature. When you are protecting the nature, means nature is truth. So in this way, truth knows no color. So in this particular, there is no discrimination. Philosophically, there is no discrimination. How you will write? Truth will not discriminate race, gender or color or religion. Philosophical way of understanding. Ethical way of understanding. Ethic is nothing but truth. Small paragraph, one paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs. 1 concluding paragraphs, 12 paragraphs, nearly 6 pages, 6 to 7, 8 pages you have to write with examples. Second, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu is the great philosopher and the warrior of China. He told that if we want to win, we no need to go for war. If we want to win, we no need to go for war, just to show the strength. Now you might be understood why in August 15th Independence Day parade or in Republic Day parade, why our Indian armed forces will show its power. They will show their power or not. Whether our weapons will come onto the parade ground or not, they will come. Why? Because we will be showcasing our power. When we showcase our power, when the other person know about our power, he will fight with us or not. So deterrence is one particular. So how we have to write for it? So I will start with a Sun Tzu. This statement is given by whom? Sun Tzu. Then I will write anecdote. I will write one anecdote. Anecdote means a story of wind and fire. Of wind and fire. I have one sweater like thing, one very a coat. So wind and fire both are been planning. Both are been planning what I have to do, how I should do, how I can do. Then fire means warm. Fire means warm. Wind, it gave lot of wind it is getting. It is producing lot of wind, lot of force. Then what he is doing, he is taking his coat and is closing it more nearer to him, but he is not removing. The target is to remove it. Whereas the fire is producing warm. Fire is producing what? Warm. Fire is producing warm. Little warm it is producing. So inside it is becoming warm. So what he did, he started removing the coat. So when the wind used force, he did not remove the coat. When fire used it very slowly, then he removed his coat. So how we are removing our coat depends upon how we are using our force. A sudden force was used by wind, but it didn't. But a force was being used intellectually, then he removed his coat. So anecdote, like that we can start a anecdote. Then Gandhi's vision. When you beat on one cheek, you have to show another cheek. Yes or no? He told. Why he told? He told that let him beat. At one point of time he will understand. At one point of time he will realize. And that realization is permanent. Hence I am not in war with him. He is on war with me. Hence I am showing my patience. Hence I am showing my time. Hence I am showing my resilience. And he failed with my resilience and he compromised. Gandhi's story, Ahimsa. Ahimsa you can write. Dhamma Vijaya you can write. It is not Digvijaya which is important. It is Dharma Vijaya which is important. I won or not is not important. Whether the Dharma has been won or not, which has been told by Ashoka under his concept called as Dhamma Vijaya. So just by seeing the Dhamma Vijaya, there will be no war. Oh, these people will follow Dharma. These people will not fight with anyone. These people will give secondary importance to war. If I come to know whether I will fight with that particular person, no. The philosophy given by whom? Ashoka. Dhamma Vijaya means what? Essay is nothing but what all we read. When we articulate it properly, that is called as writing of a proper essay. Political and international. Political and international. See, Pakistan all the times it will be poking us. We will fight. But India is matured. What India will do? India will use the international forums. India will talk to United Nations organization. India will talk with anti-terrorist organizational groups which are present in the world. See what Pakistan is doing. So you tell me whether I have to go with war with them or not. So we are using our political diplomacy. We are using international organization. Not going for war. Why? Because war is what? War is a disaster. War is what? Loss of life. War is what? Loss of property. War is what? Loss of everything. We are using. We have political international diplomacy. Economically also. When we are economically strong, when we are having very good market, for example, China is giving market to India, for example. Whether China will fight with India, whether if we are economically superpower, whether they will fight with us, they will not fight with us. Why? Because we are economically strong. Socially, balance. Hence, finally we have to tell that all the times we should not avoid war. Again, we have to learn from Operation Sindoor. It's war means, yes, on injustice we need to have the war. On terrorist we need to have the war. So, I am, in the essay, you should tell that completely, I am not against war. Yes, few times there is a need for war. For example, Gautama Buddha, when he was traveling on the ship with 40 disciples, pirates attacked their ship and started taking all their wealth. Gautama Buddha, who himself is the preacher of non-violence, Gautama Buddha, who himself is a preacher of truth, he killed 40 people. He killed 40 preachers and he told that if I am not going to kill this particular pirates, they are going to kill my disciples. So all the times avoiding war is also not good. Yes, we need to have the war according to the injustice. But initially we have to be resilient. Initially we have to be resilient to avoid war. That should be the conclusion. Third, thought finds a world and creates one also. According to our thought, there will be the world. According to thought, there will be the world. According to the thought, I will find one. For example, I know that this is my character. I know this is my thought process. I will be searching across. If anyone had found with a similar thought, whether I will have a connection with that particular person or not. So that is because of what? A thought. So the thought will create a world or thought will find a one. So this all depends upon what? Thought. Third question which was been asked. Thought uncovers or interprets reality as it already exists. Already it is there. If you are behaving like this, for example, you are aggressive on me. Hey, you are aggressive on me, I will also be aggressive on you. My immediate response to you. Instead of that, I had a thought process. Why this man is aggressive on me? Why this man is angry on me? I started analyzing. I started interpreting. Then I went little bit back. What happened yesterday? What happened day before yesterday? What happened in the process of 10 to 15 days? Whether any of my action triggered him. Whether any of my action triggered him. If I go for analysis, if I go for thought process, if I go for introspection, then I can understand the reason behind it. When I understand the reason behind it, I will not get anger. When he get anger, still I will not get anger. Why? Because I understand him. Why I understood him? Because I had a thought process. So UPSC is making an understanding to the aspirants. While making a decision, while making a judgment, have a thought process. We see on the road suddenly, two people are fighting, we go in between and we try to stop them. One person might be angry, aggressive, other person. We don't know what happened between them. When we sit with them, when we talk with them, when we sit across the table and when we understand them, when we have a thought process, then we understand the reason behind it, then we can give a proper judgment. For this to be happen, what need to be done? Thought is important. అంటే ఆలోచన చేయండి, ఆలోచించండి. ఏ పని దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే ఏ పని చేసినా కూడా ఆలోచన చేయండి. విచార్ కరో. వెన్ దెర్ ఈజ్ విచార్ భావ్, వెన్ దెర్ ఈజ్ ఒకసారి ఆలోచించామంటే ఖచ్చితంగా వి విల్ గెట్ ఎ సొల్యూషన్. వెన్ యూ డోంట్ థింక్ అండ్ వెన్ యూ డోంట్ థింక్ అండ్ వెన్ యూ డెలివర్, వెదర్ ద డెసిషన్ విల్ బీ ఫాల్స్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఆర్ గెటింగ్ మై పాయింట్? So UPSC want to empower the minds of the aspirants. So UPSC understood that it is not the subject knowledge which is important, it is not the subject which is important, it is the maturity which is important. Have a thought process. That is the reason what elders will tell, what our parents will tell, that before you talk, have a thought. Before you talk, you have a thought. Once you have a thought and you talk, then you will not repent. Why? Because you already had a thought. So you made a decision. Now you are into the action. Then obviously you will not repent, whatever may be the consequences. Why? Because before the action, before the talk, what you had? A thought. The thought will perceive. The thought will explore, gives meaning to the world outside us. For example, Hitler attacked Jewish people. Hitler told Germany is for Aryans. Then how he influenced the Germans? Nearly 40 lakhs Germans, yes, what Hitler is telling is correct. He influenced their thought process. We are Aryans, we are superior race. we should be the dominant, we should be topper, we should be top on the world. He did not made the people to have a thought. He brainwashed them. He made them not to have thought. My thought is your thought. Finish. The decision was wrong. There was World War II. If the people had thought what Hitler was telling, right or wrong, if the people had made a decision, why we have to kill Jewish people in Germany, there would not be any World War II. What Operation Sindoor did? Operation Sindoor, operation went and killed the terrorists. If Pakistani Mushir, Amir Mushir, his name is, military chief, if that person, if he had a thought process, yes, India is destroying terrorist camps, why I should bombard them? If they might think, then their 200 soldiers would be alive today. Then their 200 soldiers would be alive today. Today 200 soldiers of Pakistani people died because the military doesn't have a thought. First, green energy thought. We have a thought. India, we don't have fossil fuels. We are completely importing from other countries. What we should do? We don't have natural resource called as oil. We had a thought. So when we don't have fossil fuel, at least we will produce renewable energy. We had a thought. Hence we have what? Green energy thought. Today 50% of renewable energy in India we are targeting by year 2025. Almost we are near. Why today renewable energy is so much? We are focusing more on renewable energy now. Why? Why? Because we have a thought. Why we have a thought? Why? Because we don't have fossil fuels. Similarly, second paragraph. Economic development. We are fourth largest economy. We had a thought process. When our independence, 1947, completely distracted. Below poverty line, 90% of the population in India are below poverty line at the time of independence. When we got independence, the newly formed government, Jawaharlal Nehru thought that we have to make India as the largest economy. And we worked for nearly 75 years. Today we are the fourth largest economy. Why? Because we have a thought process. If we didn't have a thought process, that we should grow economically, then obviously we might not be on the fourth largest economy. You are preparing for civil services. If you have a thought process, yes, I want to do service orientation. I want to work for the people. I want to work for the people who doesn't have the voice. I want to do something very genuinely. I am not ready to take any corruption. I am not ready to take a bribe. If you have this thought process at your age of 21, 22, 23, 24, when you become an IAS officer, you will be corrupted or you will be uncorrupted. You will be uncorrupted. Why? Because you have a thought. So there is a need for thought. Martin Luther King Jr., he had a thought that one day a black man will become the American president. Hence he started empowering. Hence he had a civil rights movement. Hence he went on to the movement. Hence he told that black man and white man both are same. He had a thought process. Hence he created a society which is equal society. Ambedkar understood that. Ambedkar had experienced the bitterness. Ambedkar had experienced the downtroddenness. Ambedkar know the discrimination. So Ambedkar thought that the India should be without any inequality, India should be without any discrimination. For that I need to have a society. He fought, he stand, he worked, now he became the messiah for the lower caste community. Why? Because his thought process was there should not be any inequality, there should not be any injustice. His thought process he put into the action, hence the society is egalitarian society. So these all things happened because of what? Thought. So once we have a thought, then we will be on the Allah, then your economical development, social, wildlife conservation also. Today, according to the Project Tiger, we have double the tigers. We have Project Reno, we have remarkable improvement. It is environmental context, economical context, political context, social context, whatever may be the context we are developing or we are improving, our welfare is improving or below poverty line is reducing, is all because we have a thought. And we have a target, 2030 sustainable development goals. If we want to reach the 2030 sustainable development goals, at least today 2025 we need to have a thought process. At least in this 5 years, if we have a proper agenda, by 2030 we are going to reach the targets. So Indian space mission thought, we began space activity when USA reached the moon, we started our thought process. Today we went to our Chandrayaan, our Mangalyaan. We also have the space missions today. Recently Australia one space mission was been failed, but our space mission has been not failed. Here we can give input to the Australia also. Australia, you started your space mission recently, you failed, but you don't lose. Have a thought process why you failed. Then you work hard, then you will grow. One day Australia also will go up. How India now competing with NASA. For everything what is happening is mainly because of what? Thought. Then what will happen? If it is success, we will be happy. If we are not success also, we will not repent. Why? Because the decisions are made after having thought process. Next, PDF. Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. 100%. COVID-19. Today, all the countries in the world are working on biotechnology. Why? Because as a man we failed. We thought we are very good in science and technology, we are good in research and development, we are good in information technology, we are good in artificial intelligence. We are unable to produce a medicine for an invisible microorganism. An invisible microorganism shut down the world for 2 years, yes or no? An invisible microorganism is responsible for complete lockdown. Bitter experience. So now what we have to learn? Another virus will come tomorrow. So now we have to put our energies, our investment on what? Biotechnology, research and technology in medicinal fields. Diamond. Diamond will have huge, the coal, the carbon content will have huge pressure. A very bitter experiences evolves. From that bitter experiences, it evolves and finally becomes what? Diamond. The Great Depression of 1929, which happened in the United States of America, a bitter experiences. People died with hunger, people died with famine. The Great Depression in USA led to the complete world economically shut down. We understood that. No, we should not depend much on United States of America. If America sneezes, we are catching cold. So we have to develop our own, and we started developing our own. We understood we need to have liberalization, privatization, globalization. We don't have this, so hence we failed. So we came up with liberalization, privatization, globalization in 1992. Initially in banking sector, core banking solutions were being not accepted by the employees of public sector undertakings. Whether they are not but what happened? We are unable to give computer services to the people. Government very rigidly, from the bitter experiences that computers are important, they bought core banking solutions. Today everywhere it is computers. So whatever we do, we learn from bitter experiences. India learned from bitter experiences. British colonial rule. Like this, the administration should not happen. So we established democratic system. There should not be one religion dominating. There should be multiple religions which should be seen equally. Hence we established secular form of system. So whatever we are doing in India, it is because of bitter experiences which we experience individually. If you want to write individually also, you can write. Any experiences you can write. I failed in my 10th class, I had a bitter experiences. Then I learned lessons from the bitter experiences and I implemented in my 10+1 and 10+2. I got 95%. If I had thought that I failed in my 10th class and I stopped my education, today I would not be. So people should learn from their bitter experience. Like this. Dasarath Manji also we can write about. Dasarath Manji, a very big mountain. His wife was pregnant. If he want to go to the hospital other side of the mountain, he need to cross the mountain. He with his ill wife, he could not cross the mountain and his wife died in the en route. Then he understood that. This is a bitter experience for me. The same experience should not be for another person in my village. So my wife died because of this hill. No other person should not suffer like me. He started removing a hill and he was successful in removing the hill. From his bitter experiences, only he did not got benefited. He made others also to get a benefit. Are you getting my point? From his bitter experiences, only he didn't learn and his life became benefit. Others' life also became benefit. So it's all because of bitter experiences. UPSC want to give lot of experience, lot of examples, so that UPSC well evaluating will understand your state of mind. Are you getting my point? You are important, your knowledge is important, or your state of mind is important. What is important? If I want you to work in my company, or if I want to work in my administration, if I want to make you to work in my bureaucratic system, whether I want your money, whether I want you, or whether I want your state of mind. Your state of mind. You might be a good looking, you might be a economically rich person, but your state of mind is cunning. Your state of mind is psycho, your state of mind is patriarch. Whether we can be in the same system? No. So UPSC is testing what? State of mind. In ethical paper, UPSC is testing whether you are ethically perfect or not. In essay, UPSC is testing your state of mind. Section B. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. What? Patience. What? When see, తెలుగులో సాబ్ దుష్టుని చూసి దూరం ఉండాలి అని అంటారు. వాడు దుష్టుడు అని తెలిసిండు అనుకోండి, వాడితో మనం వాడిని గెలకాలా లేకపోతే మనం దూరం ఉండాలా? అదే అన్నమాట. దుష్టుని చూసి, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్. పేషెన్స్ అండ్ నాన్ ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ రాదర్ దాన్ non-impulsive behavior. It's all about. Wisdom lies in knowing when to step back. When it is not working, when it is not good, when it is not supposed to be successful, then you have to step back. That is also intelligence. Emotional. So muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. It gives us what? Emotional intelligence. How we are emotionally strong, how we are making our decisions, whether we are making our decisions on emotions or science, whether we are making our emotions, whether we are making our decisions on sentiments or on rationality. We have to make our decisions based upon rationality. A civil servant should make his decisions on emotions or on rationality? Rationality. Gandhi's Satyagraha is a perfect example. Britishers are killing us. Go and kill them. Eye for eye, make whole world blind. The meaning is same. Jaw for jaw leads to war. నువ్వు నేను తిట్టుకుంటున్నాను అనుకోండి, జా జా జో స్లోలీ స్లోలీ ఎవరో ఒక చేతి ఎత్తుతారు. అంతే కదా, అదే కదా జరిగేది బయట. Psychological dimension you have to write. Societal and political dimension you have to write, historical and military dimension you have to write, economic and business dimension you have to write, conflict resolution you have to write, and innovation and creativity. These many dimensions you can write here. For example, societal and political dimension. Societal and political dimension. A intelligent voter will not vote muddy political party. If taking money and voting for muddy political party, he will become muddy. So there should not be any buying and selling of votes, political dimensions. Now this is the thing which is happening. These many dimensions you need to write. The years teach much which the days never know. Meaning of the topic. Time and experience are deeper teachers than immediate events or moments. Time, patience, experience, patience will teach us more. When people keep quiet, it doesn't mean that they are losers. When people keep quiet, it doesn't mean that they are unproductive. They are learning. They are in the process of learning. Years is most important than days. Meaning moments are not important. What are important? Time is important. Patience is important. A child learns to read letters in a day, but it takes years to comprehend literature and life. See, people will read easily. If I give some notes, and if I tell you to read, you will read very easily. Sometimes if I tell me back, you will tell me easily. But if I tell you to write the same, when I tell the same, if I tell you to write the same, whether you will be writing in the same? No. It takes time. When you write properly, means your literature is getting developed, your skills are getting developed. Similarly, it is not such that immediate benefits are important. In an impatient world chasing instant gratification, this timeless truth remains as the days may pass but years teach. Philosophical dimension, ethical dimension, social dimension, political dimension, historical dimension. Again, same political dimension. What? Today I got 2000 rupees per vote. Then that person is going to stay for another 5 years. So don't go for instant gratification, don't go for momentary gratification, go for a long-term vision is the essay all about. Are you getting my point? It's not that immediate benefits are most important. What are most important? Long-term goals. So indirectly he is asking about the long-term goals which are important, not the short-term goals. It means what? Don't go for material benefits, go for satisfaction. Don't go for today's bribe, go for a long-term term which is called as reputation. Money will come today, money will go, but the reputation once went, gone forever, which we will understand after years of experience. Political dimension, social dimension, environmental dimension, technological dimension. What environmental dimensions are? Today, if I destroy 10 trees, I might get some wood, but it might affect the generations to come. How? Carbon dioxide will increase. It will give shade to the people who are walking here and there. It will give shade to the people who are coming here and there. It will give food to some animals. So these many benefits we are losing for immediate benefit of cutting a tree. Like that, each dimension. Psychological, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. If humanity learns to value the patient wisdom of years, the future will be marked by maturity, justice and sustainability, not by the haste of passing days. So if we want a sustainable development, if we want a long-term gratification, then we have to give importance for years, but not for days. We have to give importance for years, not for days. Days means what? Momentary satisfaction. Years means what? Long-term satisfaction. See, when you write this essay in your final examination, while you are writing, then automatically your original will come, your originality. So when you come out of the examination hall and if you are writing a very good answer, means you himself you come to a conclusion that yes, experiences are more important, wisdom is more important, knowledge is more important, thought process is more important. So this essay paper, I am telling you, this essay paper is less about knowledge, more about wisdom, less about exam, more about you. మిమ్మల్ని మీకు పరిచయం చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట ఈ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్. మీరు ఇమీడియట్ గ్రాటిఫికేషన్స్కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నారా, లాంగ్ టర్మ్ గ్రాటిఫికేషన్స్కి ఎక్కువ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నారా? మీరు థాట్ ప్రాసెస్కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నారా, థాట్ లేకుండా మీరు తీసుకునేటటువంటి యాక్షన్కి ఎక్కువ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నారా? ఆర్ గెటింగ్ మై పాయింట్? థర్డ్ essay. It's best to see life as a journey, not as a destination. Life is a journey, not a destination. It's not an end, it's a means, right? Mahatma Gandhi told life is a means, it's not an end. Success is not a end, success is a means. Again we have another target, another we have another target, another we have a target. So there is no end for success. Life is a means. Value, meaning, happiness in the process of living rather than in the achievement of specific end points. The story of two mountaineers. Two mountaineers are there. I will start with anecdote. Two mountaineers are climbing a mountain. One person is seeing the mountain cliff on the top. I have to reach it. I have to reach it. How much distance? I have to reach it. I have to reach it. Is just targeting the end. Other person is putting one step, another step, slowly he is walking on the mountain and he is seeing a cross and he is enjoying the process. And he is climbing only by seeing the target. He is not enjoying the process. So at one point of time he is getting very hard for him. As time is going on, the target is becoming distance, it is becoming far. And for him, the end is never a far. Why? Because he is enjoying the process. At one point of time, the person who is only targeting the cliff, he falls down. Ammo, that much far I cannot. But the other person, he was moving on. Why? Because he never thought about the end point. He was enjoying the process and he reached the end point. So the destination itself is not final. It is in the process. This anecdote I will start. Finally, who reached the target? The person who enjoyed the process, the person who only bothered about the end, he never won. Non-attachment to outcomes to avoid suffering. A healthy democracy is a journey, a constant process of reform and debate. For example, if I focus on my karma, I will bring from Bhagavad Gita and I will write here. Bhagavad Gita tells that give importance to karma, what you are doing. Whether your karma is according to dharma or not, automatically you will get the success. So you focus on what you are doing. Don't just focus on your target. You do your activity with what? Dharma. If you don't get success also, you will not regret. Why? Because you followed karma, that too by following what? Dharma principle. See, when we try and when we fail, two things are there. When we try and when we fail, we will cry. When we try and when we fail, we don't regret. What is the meaning? When we try and when we fail, we cry. When? Because we don't enjoy the process. When we are not genuine with the process. When we try and when we don't regret, that means we won't regret. Why? Because we enjoy the process. Why? Because we are genuine with the process. I kept my best of my best effort. It's unlucky that I didn't got, but I didn't compromise with my efforts. Why? Because I believed in my karma, on my daily activity, by following what? Dharma. Hence, I focused on my process, not just end. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. Why? Because what? Luxury is never ending process. 50 years back, having a fan is a luxury. Hey, in your home, fan is there, man, great. Then after 25, 30, not 40 years back, 15 years back, from today, 15 years back, you have cooler in your home, you are very rich people. Now we have AC. AC became, it's not luxury now, it's a necessity now. Centrally AC if you have. Then we don't know next week. It means what? Luxury is a poverty. Luxury is a never ending process. But what is the real satisfaction, which is called as contentment? It contrasts inner satisfaction with the pursuit of material possession. The luxury is what? Material possession, and it is contrasted with inner satisfaction. The most fundamental and genuine form of richness is not external like money, property or power, but internal. Artificial because it is man-made condition, a state of mind created by a culture of consumerism. The pursuit of luxury creates a cycle of constant wanting. So it's a never-ending process. So what is ending process? Contentment. If you are an UPSC ranker, you became an IAS officer, you are getting 1.2 lakhs per month. If you are satisfied, there is one project, if you signed, you will get 1 crore rupees, but you are already satisfied with 1.2 lakh salary which you are getting. Whether you will go for the 10 crore bribe or you will be happy with your 1.2 lakhs legal money. So contentment is most important. A bureaucrat should not be influenced by what? Luxury. Why? Because luxury is always artificial poverty. Why? Because poverty means what? Wanting. Poverty is nothing but wanting. It's artificial. Today's poverty is again tomorrow. Again tomorrow. I want more. I want more. Then he will be falling into the trap or not? When a person will not fall into the trap, when he is having contentment. Story of a monk. You go near a rich man and you ask, are you happy? He will tell a lot of problems. Hey, so much competition is there, this money is there, this money is there. Where I am happy, man, I don't eat properly, daily 18 hours I will work, he will tell. Similarly, I went and interviewed one monk. Are you happy? I am very happy. He is a person with only one robe. I am very happy. I have internal peace. I am satisfied with my life. I know what I am. I am giving time for myself. So monk is more content when compared to a rich man. So finally, what makes the difference? Satisfaction makes the difference. And what is missing? Satisfaction is missing. So the essay is what? Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial. So how you write? Politically, socially, economically. I am content, I became an MLA, I am content, I became a minister. When you are happy with that, you can serve the people. I am happy, why? Because I became an IAS officer. You are happy with that, then you will not worry about making money. Why? Because for you, luxury is what? Man-made thing. Not per se personal experiences. A question was there, sir, whether can we give, yes, 100% personal experience, which are more significant, which are more real. Like what I told you, sir, 10th class I failed, but I learned from the experience. I analyzed why I failed. Then I understood what I should do. Then I practiced it. Then I improved it. It is because I learned from experiences. That day, if I thought that I will never pass, then I would be a dropout. That type of examples you can quote, no problem. Are you getting my point? Yes. Key dimensions. Psychological, philosophical dimensions, economic, societal dimensions, moral and ethical dimensions, historical and biographical dimensions, artificial poverty, the Midas touch myth, I will tell you, see. Midas touch myth is nothing but there was a one person called as Midas. He is so much with artificial poverty. He one day God will come near him. He will ask the God, why, man, you are so much dissatisfied with your life? What do you want? I want gold. Whatever I touch, it should become gold. Then God, okay, tadastu, fine. Go now. He went and he started touching everything. He started touching, he is hungry. He took apple, apple became gold. He took plate full of meals, it became gold. His daughter was coming. He hugged his daughter, daughter became gold. So there is no end for gratification. There is no end for artificial luxury, artificial poverty. If he had content, then obviously he would not have this sadness. I will end with this story. So we are giving the printout. Take this printout, and we already made a PDF. I will show the PDF. A complete means what should be the structure of your essay. in a very simple manner. Offline people, we gave printout. I didn't do lunch. Why? Because 12 o'clock I got question paper. So we were been working on it, 5 people. So we made a very good model answers for 8 essays. Truth knows no color. How you should write step 1, step 2. Step 1, truth knows color. What step 1 means? First phase. Then second phase. Then step 3, how we have to write. Complete points we give. Point wise, 9, 8, international point wise. How to maintain the flow. How to maintain flow. Then supreme art of war, Sun Tzu, what he told. Then framing of the introduction, anecdote. Exploring multiple dimensions, philosophical, ethical, historical, political, international, economical, social, different dimensions. Complete essay. Thought finds a world and creates one also. On thought process, French Revolution example we took. Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. This is a model answer. What are all the, not 8 pages essay, points. That point if you read also, you will get an understanding. Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. A diamond is chunk of coal that did well under pressure, which is resulting in what? Diamond. Similarly, long essay. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. So all 8 essays, it is there in the description also. Link is provided in the description, and for you printout is given. Like this you need to write an answer. So final conclusion what, sir? What is your final impression? I will tell you, see. Essay paper of UPSC is not going to study your knowledge. They don't want your content. They want your state of mind. What is your mindset? Whether you are a greedy man or a satisfied man. Whether you are a happy man or a sorrow man. Whether you are a man who makes a decision on the moment, or you are the man who makes the decision based on thought. So it is going to test your state of mind through these questions. War, yes, if someone is there who I understood that this person is on war with me, this person is trying to fight with me, then whether I should go and fight with me, or whether I have to create a condition such that he should understand that I am powerful. He should understand that I am powerful. If I fight with him, I am going to fail. So if you create that condition, whether there will be any war or not, no. Which is called as diplomacy. So it's not only testing your state of mind, it is also testing your aptitude. Attitude means your behavior, aptitude means your mental ability. Got it? Thank you all. Thank you. Any doubts?
Sir, people say you have to write high philosophical terms, high literature terms.
No. See, a very good question this is, whether we have to write high philosophers' names, their thought process, their sayings. For example, Karl Marx is a person gave a philosophical phrase called as dialectical materialism. No. These all things are unnecessary. Evaluator doesn't want this. If I am an evaluator, I want an answer who writes in a very simple language, but which is logical, which is connecting, which is to the point. Never try to by heart, never try to remember big philosophers, their thought process. Wrong this is. If your answer is how much simple, that many marks you will get. This is fixed. Keep in your mind forever. Any more doubts? Your answer, your essay should be so simple. చాలా సింపుల్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో చాలా సింపుల్ టర్మ్స్తో రాయాలి. కానీ కొన్ని సందర్భాల్లో సన్జు హీ టోల్డ్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ థింగ్. వీఆర్ నాట్ బై హార్టింగ్ ఇట్. అచ్చా, సున్జు ఈజ్ అ పర్సన్ హూ టోల్డ్ దిస్, జస్ట్ వీఆర్ రిమెంబరింగ్ ఇట్. We are not by hearting it, and we are not forcing ourselves to remember it. Why? Because essay itself is telling that whether we have to force or whether we have to be common. Simple. Simple. Thank you.